What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another Summoners War video. And in today's video, we're going to give you guys a clip from our recent stream that we did featuring the celebration of the 10-year anniversary live stream festival brought to you guys by Comptowist. So again, if you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can see the full stream. A lot of cool things going on in there. But for those of you guys that didn't get a chance to catch a very special part of it, in the end, I wanted to go ahead and explain to the community why Summoners War basically is everything to me, what it means to me. So I go ahead and put that clip in for you, showcasing you guys a lot of cool things that I experienced along the way, to of course include the most memorable moment of my life in the Summoners War field. I'm going to be sharing that with you in this video. So again, fam, thank you guys so much for watching. And as I always said, if you guys can do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys all in the next one. Take care. The question that you guys have to ask, for the sake of the live stream manifesto, for the sake of the current event going on right now, is what does Summoners War mean to you? And when they asked me what it means to me, it was hard to basically explain it or express it in one word. So I basically told them Summoners War is everything to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Hence the title of the stream. Okay. So, the cool thing about this story is that, I'm one of the few, I can count on one hand the amount of, content creators that were still doing their thing since 2014. And I'm one of those, few that have been around since the beginning. So story time. How did I even get involved? How did I even find the game? I was watching a random content creator that was playing a different game, an RTS game that essentially made a random video on the Summoners War and just kind of showcasing it, like I would say like a month prior to launch. So the game comes out, I find it, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty interesting. I don't make content. The game goes global for the people there. I think it was like summertime, and I've been watching various people make content on this one for a couple of months now. So at the time, there was a website called App Invasion, which had a wide variety of forums for various games out there. And App Invasion created one for Summoners War, and App Invasion was actually one of the more popular ones back in the day. So what I did at the time is I had a lot of time on my hands, so I would watch all these different content creators, and we would, basically I would, try to figure out which ones are useful, which ones are just kind of for, which ones are educational, which ones are entertainment, which ones are both, and then my overall take, my 2 cents. So what I did was in 2014, I had a link. I don't even know if App Invasion is still open, but don't put a link in there because the stream is also available. But basically, I made a YouTuber list and streamer list for the content creators that are currently making content on the game and what they provide, educational, entertainment, or both. And my 2 cents on them, if they were good, if they were great, if they were like a must watch, so on and so forth. Well, I continuously reached out to, find, more information, watch these guys. And eventually I ran into a content creator by the name of Drago Gaming. Okay. Drago Gaming was one of the first YouTubers in his time. And he was one that enjoyed showing progression, but he enjoyed showing summons. And we had a really, really good relationship. I was one of those people that were like you guys, leaving comments in his videos and talking to him. I got a chance to connect with him on the side, and he was telling me we were talking about all the things that we did when it comes to the App Invasion, and letting everybody aware, like I was basically like promoting them, right? And so, dude, you're into this so much, you're very passionate about this game, like why don't you just make content? And I'm like, you know what, why not, right? So moving forward, October 19th of 2014, I launched my YouTube channel and I start making content myself. While I would love to take a clip and share that with you, my first video that I ever watched, and you can go back to the YouTube, the intro was not what you would call the cleanest, most PG thing there. Obviously this is just a random thing that I did, and I was not aware of everything that goes on as far as making like a really good video and making it family friendly and politically correct and all that stuff. So Unfortunately for the sake of that, I'm gonna leave that clip out. But you guys can check it out on my website. That being said, though, obviously I changed the ways how I do, and then I focused on family friendly content for Summoners War on the YouTube side, but most importantly, focusing on the promotion of the content creators, regardless if they were big or small, doing everything that I can to like get the word out there, right? So after a year of making content, being a part of the community, the Come to Us team realizes that the game is trending upward, and they kind of asked themselves, what they can do to, like better engage and get themselves involved with the community. So they decided to launch a stream for the Come to Us LA division, Come to Us headquarters in LA, and they have their first streaming event where they bring in a content creator, out there. So they reached out to me, and I happily accepted the invite. In 2015, I was a part of the first ever, YouTuber stream, like collaboration with Come to Us, where they flew me out to the LA. We went on stream. We did the, kind of Halloween event, and I got a chance to meet like everybody on their team. It was really, really cool. And what was really special about this particular event, or this whole thing, is not only just getting the opportunity to get out there and do it, but the opportunity for them to kind of throw their guard down and open their ears to feedback, right? As you guys know, over the last 10 years, we've been really critical on Come to Us as far as taking feedback, accepting feedback. We always talk about the meme. They've been looking closely to feedback, user, opinions. We always give them a hard time, but I'm here to tell you that, they've always been open-minded about, improvements, and that's my story is here to tell you. After that particular stream, in 2015, we had like a meeting. We had a conference meeting with multiple people in all the different areas of the game. We had a meeting with the obviously the directors and whatnot. We had a meeting with the customer service like lead. We had a meeting with the globalization team. We had a meeting with a lot of people in the lineup, basically just getting their feedback on every single aspect of what they do, and ultimately what I wanted to see kind of moving forward. And I just I basically said in a nutshell that this right here, you inviting me out to your thing is kind of like the first big step that you guys take in the right direction, because as you guys know, in order for a game to successfully do well, not only does the game have to be good, but it has to be promoted. It has to be pushed out there on the various platforms. So if they don't get the word out, then what are they going to do, right? And so, due to the fact that they were really big about my opinion, I shared my opinion on basically continuously connecting with the community, continuously connecting with not only me but other YouTubers and streamers out there, because while I was super grateful for the opportunity to be the first out there, I was not the biggest YouTuber. I was not the most knowledgeable streamer. I was just the person that they saw, went out of their way to connect with the community, connect with the content creators, and like help them grow their own game. So I said, you guys continue to do that, and the I don't know what the phrase is, but you'll just continue to do well. And they essentially told me a couple of things that they had kind of laid out over the years, and everything was kind of in line with what I was talking about. They're looking to do big events. They're looking to create stuff within the game that's going to like really get the community involved. Various events and whatnot. And eventually, at that time, all there was there was just arena. There was no live PvP or whatnot. But obviously they were already thinking ahead, and they told me right then and there that this is going to take a couple of years. What you're asking for, what we're looking to do, but rest assured that we're going to do that. And I was basically saying, hey, I'm going to hold you to that, because it's you guys have seen it multiple times. All these communities, or all these games that make promises, they don't keep, and their game flops after like a year. I mean, it's not an unusual thing to see a game just kind of go downhill, within 6 to 12 months after launch, right? But they were, while it took a longer time than expected, of course they had everything laid out, but fast forwarding, 2017 rolls around and they do exactly what I was asking them to do and what they were looking to do already, which was create an event that promotes their people that have been creating content for them game for quite some time, right? We're doing this for free. We're not doing this for anything other than we enjoy the game. We're passionate about the game. Like, showcase us, make a nice little event out there. And that's what they did. 2017 rolls around. They did the Mobile Masters, and I was blessed enough to get the opportunity to do commentating, right? I did the commentating. The event goes really well. And it was just, I mean, like, you couldn't be a more successful event, because one of the things they were looking to do to see where this kind of event goes, and this was like the determining factor whether they continue to do, like, RTA stuff moving forward, right? They took their chances with the influencer side, and it was the smartest thing you can do, because at that stage of the game, we had every single platform, popular platform, the YouTube, the Twitch covered, and we had content creators across the world. So how cool is it to, basically host a tournament, having your influencers, the people that have been making content for you all this time to be in there, but then how cool is it to have the community, of course they create, the YouTube platform, the Twitch platform for us to watch, but the coolest thing for me that was really unique about it was there were 10, 20, 30, I want to say somewhere between like 30 and 40 different content creators, like, streaming the stream. They were so passionate about this event and what the community, what Comptos is doing for them, that they wanted to showcase it today and be able to share this with their community in their preferred language. And it just went to show, like, when you do something good for the game, when you connect with your audience, they will pay. It will pay dividends for you down the road, and it shows. It was super cool to see the amount of exposure that the game got, not just from one YouTuber or stream, but just from how the community just reacted and wanted to share it. Like, it was really, really cool to see, and it allowed comp to us, because I think we had upwards of 40, 45,000, 50,000 viewers, live viewers at one point in time, collectively between all the platforms and stuff like that. And for a game like this to have that kind of audience for a first time, real life like event, I mean, that's like God tier right there, right? So the event ends. Comptos reaches out to us. They're super appreciative of everything that we did. Again, all the influencers were, did an amazing job. We were super respectful. There was no bloodshed, nothing like that. We all are genuinely, we're happy to be there. We had a really good time. Everyone got along. It was really good. So they basically decided right then and there that this thing went so well, we're going to continue to do these things like this. We're going to continue to promote the game, create this live PvP platform. And of course, as you guys know, they already had it. RTA was born and the SWC was formed, from 2017 on, right? So moving on, like, the next big thing that really hit home was going to 2018 SWC. 2018 SWC was one of the coolest SWCs for me, because I had a chance to go out there, which this was the first time it was hosted in Korea. So of course, as you guys know, Korea is the home for ComToUs, and for to be able to make a game, do content, and be able to have an opportunity to basically see where everything started was without a doubt a blessing. Okay. Now, one of the coolest things that we had, I think this was the first one for me. I think it was the first one for a lot of people that went out there, but this was the first real opportunity for the YouTubers and the streamers that were blessed to get this opportunity to come out there. Got a chance to interview with a developer. This is at the time, and it's still to this day, he was the lead developer slash producer, Taeyoung Kim, who, again, you guys have seen in numerous videos in the stream. Some of those were reloaded. He was the one that introduced kind of the plan before they got into the QA. Taeyoung Kim has literally he's one of the OGs. He's one of the people that's been there for quite some time, and we had a chance to sit down with them in Korea to talk about a ton of questions that we had. And the cool thing about it was, while, we have limited amount of time, and of course there's tons of questions that we want to get answered, we were able to, give them the questions so we can do the translation, and we got a chance to sit down and, kind of go back and forth. And again, it's just a crazy opportunity to be able to connect with somebody from the company, but more importantly, one of the lead developers in the game. And the one thing that hit home for me was it's kind of like an epic fail story to kind of combine this, but for those that don't know, the actual, obviously the influencers that were involved in this know, but the actual interview was done at about 2:30 or 3, and this was on the Friday following all of us getting into town. So all of us, leave on Tuesday. It takes us like 14 hours to get there, plus another 12 to 14 hours of time changes. So it's like Thursday morning for us, but it feels like Wednesday afternoon or something like that. So basically, we're all doing this, interview. We're all sitting down and we're all trying outrageously hard to stay 100% focused. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because right around the time where we started the interview, I think myself, as well as a couple others, we all got slapped in the face with the jet lag. So can you imagine here trying to sit here the first time ever having a conversation with the lead developer and doing your very best not to drop your head and and not do it. So yeah, it was good. We got through it. We did some summons afterwards. And as you can imagine, we got the meme going of Comptuous people have all the luck. So everybody was giving their account to Comptuous employees to do our summons. And there was a couple of people that I think got stuff, but I know I didn't. So I didn't get luck on that. But 2018 was a big thing for me. And it was definitely a blessing. Of course, I had the chance the previous year, the following year, to go to Paris. And then of course with everything that happened, with COVID and all that stuff, couldn't get the opportunity to go out for there. But I did eventually get a chance to go back out again to one of the world's tournaments. And of course, the one that I'm referring to finish off this story time with you guys is going to be Thailand. And Thailand, for me, even though Korea was like the big milestone, and I thought there could not be anything that could top that, because it's just an amazing place to visit and an amazing opportunity to be in. Thailand for me, there's nothing that can replace it. Let me explain. So we do the event, we go out there, we hang out at the SWC 2023 World Finals. That's all said and done. And we go to the after party. And so in the after party, everybody's hanging out, everybody's having a good time. All the influencers, everybody from the production team, influencers, the players, we're all hanging out, enjoying our company, just having an absolute blast. But what we did not know was that throughout that time, one of the things that the CEO of Summoners War had planned was to basically have all of the different groups of people, right? The different YouTubers, the different streamers, the different players, all get together and in their respective areas, because we all had different divisions of where we're all at, and sit down to be able to communicate with the CEO. Okay, that's Joohwan Lee. So shouts out to Joohwan Lee. You are definitely a big part of this story. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So again, so of course it was our time to get in there, and I know Stoic's in the chat right now. He was one of the people as well that were in here. We had a chance to again just throw out a lot of questions, a lot of feedback, and he was able to give us some good answers as far as what they were looking to do. And they realized certain things that needed to be addressed. Things were noted, and of course, we've seen some progression, since that time. But the reason why Summoners War means everything to me is because after this was all done, well, let me preface this by saying that throughout this time, we had the people on the Comptuous team that were doing assisting with the communicating and translating. One of the things they said, Joohwan Lee, obviously he's just He's just he is Summoner's War, right? And so, as you can imagine, somebody of that level, of that place in Summoner's War team, you know, they didn't want to overwhelm the situation. You know, they didn't want to sit there and like, hey, let me, you know, ask you questions. Let me grab you. Let me talk to you. Let me, you know, he has limited time. He knows exactly what he wants to do. So, you know, they didn't want to do. They're very adamant about like, don't try to sit there and like, you know, sneak in pictures and all this stuff, right? So we get done, and after all is said and done with our group, I'm getting ready to walk away, but I get tapped on the side by a couple of people, including Joohwan Lee, and his translator connects with me to basically tell me, you know, thank you for everything that you've done over the 10 years. We're super blessed to have you. You're just basically a very important part of Summoners War and Calm to us. So, as you can imagine, that was after, you know, 10 years of doing this. Man, to be recognized as one of the people that was just super influential. Just, oh man, that hit me. That hit me really good. Because as you can imagine, as a content creator, just the ups and downs of doing everything you do and seeing just so much in the game. You putting so much effort, some of it getting recognized, some of it you, so you question yourself. You question what you do. You question all the time and effort you put in. 3,600 videos for the Summoners War team, and it's just crazy. And for him to step aside and tell me just thank you for everything you do. Just, oh man, it was so good. It meant everything. It just summed up why Summoners War is just so much to me, to have that recognition. So he said, "Is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do, you know, for you?" And I said, I would love to, you know, I took the opportunity. I said, would you be so kind as to do exactly what his Come To Us team didn't want him to do, which is take a picture? I said, I would love a picture more than anything. And he granted me that. I was the only one he granted me that. So here he is, Joohwan Lee, the CEO of Summoners War, after telling me, thank you for everything that you do. It's a blessing to have you on the Summoners War team. We could not be there without you. He said the kindest words, and I could not be more grateful. So I understand that my Korean is very bad. I tried so hard to practice this, and it did not work out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play an audio clip of what I wanted to say to him, and then hopefully the audio comes through for you. So let me know if you can hear it. It's gonna come through here shortly.
지역사회를 위해 하시는 모든 일에 감사드립니다. 지난 10년간의 노력을 인정받게 되어 얼마나 감사한지 말로 다 표현할 수 없습니다. 여러분을 위해 서머너즈 워 콘텐츠를 만들어준 것은 영광이자 특권이었으며 컴투스의 미래가 어떻게 될지 너무나 기대됩니다.
So what I said was thank you for everything you've done for the community. Words cannot describe how grateful I am to be recognized for my efforts over the past 10 years. It's been an honor and a privilege making Summoners War content for you, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for Come To Us. That's what I said. So again, on behalf of all the YouTubers and streamers, Thank you, Comptos, for everything you do. Without question, when you asked me to be a part of the Summoners War Livestream Festival and basically state what Summoners War is, Summoners War is everything to me. It's been an amazing 10 years, and to be recognized by the one, the only Joohwan Lee, there's no words that could describe it. So I thank you guys for being here, watching the stream. That's basically what I wanted to get off. So, yeah, hopefully the audio came through. I would hope that I don't want, I hate to like put out there and then he can't hear it, but I'm sure that people will tell him that, hey, he did say something. I did try, I'll tell you, I tried so hard to like practice it, and it was just a fail. I couldn't do it. Yeah, that's my story. That's what Summoners War is to me. It's everything, man. The community, the relationships, getting into YouTubing. Who would have thought that after, a couple of years I would have been able to travel across the world for a video game. Yeah, it's been amazing. So super grateful. I gotta work on my GB12 team. Oh man. The worst part is that I'm sitting here and I know what I want to say, and I'm like, hold it together. I'm like, oh man, it's over. I looked at the picture and I was like, oh, it's over. So that will conclude the Summoners War live stream. Thank you guys again for being here. And if I may take a quick second of your time, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure that you guys check out this page. Again, I'm gonna link it over here. For people watching here on Twitch, this is the information page that has all the information that's going on with regards to the events. Some cool cinematic stories that they got, and then most importantly, the fill in the blank events, so you guys can get some free rewards. And again, to the people that I've already talked with, reach out to me on Discord so we can get connected, and we can get the Comptos merch out to you. Yeah. Thanks again for watching, guys. On YouTube, if you're watching, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care.